Welcome to the Bare Naked Women Show. I'm your co-host, Jen Sherman, along with
Pamela Sorensen.
BNW is a show/podcast, an online community where we openly and candidly discuss how to flourish and feel fabulous from the inside to our outside during a new normal. Each week, we share tips, tricks, advice, and ideas and solve problems on beauty and our overall health. Please join, health and wellness. Please join our conversation Tuesdays every other Tuesday at 5:30 EST on Facebook Live, and follow us on social. And of course, let us know what topics you want to hear about. Pamela, take it away.
All right. So we are honored. We are thrilled. We are humbled that we get to have the fabulous, beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, brilliant, sparkly woman, my girlfriend, Chaise Schmidt. And I just have to tell you, one of the things that I love about Chaise, as I've gotten to know her over the past couple of years, is that she reminds me of a younger version of me. No, I'm kidding. No, she is just the way that yes, with your hair. No, the way that you are. You're always so thoughtful and mindful, and you think about health, and you think about wellness, and you think about everything from a very much of a holistic view and in life. And we've had some really, really wonderful conversations. And as of late, we've had conversations from business and personal on walks during our, during the pandemic. So our conversations went from let's do some cocktail hours together and parties together to doing some socially distant masked walks. But that hasn't changed at all how much I have such respect for who you are. And your friend has called you disciplined diva. Before we go into why diva as a title, cheers.
Pamela, I have to ask you something.
Yes.
Can you check your little toggle at the bottom on the screen and make sure that you're hooked up to your mic, because there's an echo?
I know there's an echo. Why is this happening?
Because I want you to check the toggle at the bottom of your screen, or you might have to come in and come back out and make sure that you're connected with that. You can't lose our 5 viewers that are coming right now because of your echo.
All right, I'm gonna go off the mic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see if that's a good situation. Can you talk to me?
Hello.
I hear you.
Hello. Hold on. I'm gonna fix the mic.
Hello. All right, let's go.
Audio. Echo cancellation, stereo audio. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is, Verizon Fios has a huge outage, and this is the least of the things that are of our worry. I got rid of my mic. Anyway,
wait, can we cheers right now? Because I feel like we have to redo that.
Cheers.
Cheers. So welcome, Chaise. Disciplined diva.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I am so excited to be part of the show tonight and to get to spend time with you and Jen. So thank you so much. And yes, the Disciplined Diva, the new nickname as of this weekend. So I think it's perfect. It's so funny to me.
Well, what does that mean? Your friend gave you that title. What does that mean to you? I mean, it's one thing to have somebody give you a title and you go, "Oh, no way," and it's another thing for you to go, "You know what that is me."
Well, I like to have a routine, and I'm a rule follower, so I'm very disciplined. And when it comes to work ethic, when it comes to health, all of the things. But I also enjoy the finer things in life. I love a good beverage. I love a good trip, vacation. So, I'm not too rigid, but I do during the week. My 9 to 5. I'm there, but work hard, play hard. So
I love that. That's my life.
Yep.
Work hard, play hard. I love that. Am I still echoing?
It's better.
Okay. My God, technical issues. That's the beauty of doing everything live.
I blame Fios.
So fun. I blame Fios. I blame Fios as well. So, Chaise, one of the things that we were talking about when we had our little pre-discussion is how things that are important to you or things that are important to us right now. And we kind of went through a couple of different ideas and concepts. And Jen and I love that you brought up that something that is important to you and we all should be thinking about, especially during this time of COVID, is the power of the 5 senses.
Oh, yes. Yes. I feel like everyone is just more aware of themselves after this time of being alone and getting to know yourself a little bit better. And yeah, the 5 senses, like think about how much more heightened they are, how much more you appreciate them than you did a year ago. And especially those who have had COVID have lost some of those senses, especially the smell and taste, right? As you guys know. And so to get it back and to have it, you're never going to take advantage of it again. So just going through those, there were just certain things that I thought of when I was like, oh, taste. And then I thought of what has heightened mine and smell and just things like that. So we can dive into that when you guys are ready. But
yeah,
those were.
I mean, also hearing because.
It's kind of funny. So Pamela was so concerned about me having problems with my stuff because I'm not in my normal designation. And it's, I guess, things have turned out a little differently in Arlington, Virginia over there.
I am so sorry. This is my fault. I am so sorry. This is like
so Chaise. Can we dive a little bit more into the power of the senses? And when you think about that, like in experiencing, right, like of the whole idea of the aspects of enjoying, like we know that you were such a hardworking woman. We don't talk about work, but in that aspect, like how have you experienced these 5 senses and what's been your favorite sense in that exploration? You know what I'm saying?
Like throughout this time?
Yep.
Yeah. For me, my top one is probably, it's a tie probably between touch and smell. For me, smell, for example, I love candles and lotions and certain smells, certain candles and lotions, but yes, will take you to a different place. Like I have these 2 different lotions that are super tropical and everybody's like, what is that? You smell like the beach, and that's where it takes me to just a happier place. And I literally put some on today just to be like, all right, today's my day. I'm going to seize the day. Here we go. So it just kind of lifts me up. Also, touch is the other one that's tied because going those handful of months completely isolated from everyone. We all had to do that at the very beginning, especially. You don't get human touch, right? So you're never going to take advantage of that again. I know people who are not big huggers and were like, I crave a hug. Like I want hugs. And I am a hugger. So for me, that was really tough. But now I have somebody in my life that gives me hugs all the time. So I feel a lot better about that. But for those who don't have that, don't underestimate the feeling of a nice, soft, warm blanket on like a day like today, right? Like the touch of that blanket is just a different feeling too. It can all make you happy. So,
well, as somebody.
Sorry, I just have to laugh. Like I just.
I know what's good. Hold on. I'm going to switch it to.
She's got this. Should we do a drinking game?
Yes, every time Pamela fixes her computer, drink.
There we go.
I
think it's that camera, Pamela. I don't know.
No, but I've been doing all different things on this camera. I was very, very proud. Anyway, so
follow-up question.
The touch thing I think is so important, especially because like you, Chaise, I live alone. And I'm a hugger. I'm like, just my clients, blah, blah, blah. And whenever I would see people, I'm like, oh my gosh, woo, stay far away from me. And you just want to, you're like, oh, can't hug you, must stay far away. Like I'm in a straitjacket. But the one way that I have been able to stay sane, and sometimes it's like, I mean, the blanket thing, as you can see here, my baby girl, my baby Fraser Simone, she sometimes, like when I'm on calls, she's like, bah, 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 bah. But when I'm not, I'm like, I'm just going to pet you. It's like Dr. Evil.
Therapeutic. You always say how therapeutic it is.
Petting her and petting her and petting her. It's so therapeutic.
Mm-hmm. I wish I had a baby Fraser Simone. I hope to have one day. Sweet little adopted dog.
Just be ready for the responsibility. That's all I have to say.
That's what I'm being told a lot, but I'm ready. But yeah, so those are, and I'm sure too, with people who have big families, or people our age with children, the kids, are pulling on them, play with me, do this, do that, hug me, blah, blah, blah. So maybe they wish they could have some time away from touch, but who knows? I'm not in that boat yet, but I do feel like in this time, a lot more people needed that once it was gone, right? Once that sense had been removed and not by choice. So.
Yeah, I would have to agree to that. Also, quite frankly, is that my noise now?
Yeah, that's you.
I got it. Quite frankly, I'll try that again. Quite frankly, I think too, it like you can get that sense of, not to go back to a blanket, like I'm, living isolated alone and have to now have a pet blanket like Wilson in that movie with Tom Hanks.
Castaway.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Castaway. Thank you. But like, I'm not saying I have a soccer ball, but I will say I really have found more comfort in like the adult blankie. So like I have two blankies, like two adult blankies that I sleep with. And they're just like the kind of the comfort and touch of those are just like so much nicer. I think, again, to your point, you just have that appreciation for these senses. Personally, as someone who's a hypochondriac, who can always, I've thought I've had COVID this whole time. This like literally, I thought I've always had COVID because hypochondria. And so it's like every day, can you taste? And then this way you actually are activating your taste buds and like your sense of smell a lot more and like strengthening them because of that. So I think that's interesting to the power of the senses, Chaise. So anyways, we're going to go off the senses for a second because I want to talk about bash.
Yes.
And
yes,
socialization in the pan, because we spoke about this earlier when we started the show about like we asked our guests, oh, do you go get a pedicure? Do you go to the grocery store? We're kind of past that because we're a little more comfortable in the pandemic. I would love to hear how you are keeping your like sense of normalcy in the new normal.
Yes. So I would probably be considered a renegade of sorts in these times because I push it to the limit a little bit. I obviously am very courteous. I always wear my mask in public. And whenever I'm asked to wear one, I am wearing one. But I do, and I have been going out. I went on dates in COVID. I met my boyfriend in COVID through those dates. I go to Bash 5 days a week in studio. With Virginia, you have 10 people in a room. The room can hold 50. But that's my therapy. Like, I need to hit a punching bag 5 days a week. And so I've done that. I've traveled. I've been on a plane 3 different times all last year. And I will say the planes are, not only are they the cleanest they've ever been, but they're probably cleaner than most, to be honest. I mean, it's just insane how clean they are. And it smells like alcohol. And a lot of people who are maybe on the other side of, the yard that say, oh, we don't need masks or this and that, they complain about the alcohol smell. But I'm like, man, this is clean. I like this. So, so I've done a lot of that. I go into the office every other week. And for me, mentally stay strong, because without those things, I think it would be really hard to go through the pandemic. So yeah. I needed to push up to the point, but.
Uh-oh. Is Chaise stopped?
No.
There's an echo. There's definitely an echo.
I'm here.
I don't know why there's an echo. Jess, this is like when we were watching something last night. Okay.
We're back.
There's an echo.
There's an echo when I talk?
Yes.
It might be on yours, though.
I just have my computer.
I just also like to it's a fun game. Wait, okay. So to that point, real quick, it's interesting because United also, by the way, Chaise, is like, there's been some tiffs of people like not wearing their masks. Mm-hmm. So like in my mind, I think, people, I haven't traveled, and I'm probably not going to travel until after the COVID, but that's just because of my thing of how I like travel. But, it's interesting of this whole like debauchery of like the mask, not mask, especially on the planes where it's like, I've seen that. Did you ever feel when you're on a plane, was anyone not going to wear a mask? Like, did you see any like argument in that aspect?
No, but a lot of complainers definitely complaining through their masks.
Really?
Yeah, just because, like I said, for example, I used the alcohol wipe. They give you individually wrapped alcohol wipes to sanitize. And so I had read something or saw something where you're supposed to do that to the AC things, because those are the things that are always touched, but they're never cleaned. Like, no one ever thinks to do that. So I did that, but I was trying to close it too. And it's just the smell of the alcohol wipe because it's blowing on it. And the guy was like, somebody's got one of those wipes out. I was like, yeah, it's the person behind you. Sorry, dude. Like, we're supposed to do this. My bad. It was so funny.
The other thing is, and I've heard from a lot of people that the planes are absolutely the cleanest that they've ever been. Get on a plane. There's the other aspect of, to get on a plane, unless you are flying private, you have to go with the RPs, the regular people, and you have to be in an airport with regular people that might be like the herds of cattle of people that like just will act as however they want to, and there's no controlling them. So it's not like you're like airlifted onto the plane that's super, super clean, and then you're like airlifted off. For me, I feel like that's the one thing I'm like, I mean, I think airports in general are pretty filthy. So I'm curious, are they keeping them cleaner now?
Yeah. I was in, one of my connections was through the Atlanta airport, and that place is slammed, right, all the time. And everyone there that worked there happy to be working and have a job, right? So normally people who might have an attitude like pick up your trash or pick it up and roll their eyes as they like look at you. Like this one woman was like, can I wipe this before you sit down? Like, let me take care of this real quick. Let me get the seat. Let me do this. And it was like, you know, make sure when you do your trash, do this, don't touch that part, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, thank you. Like, it just was like
Nice.
everyone working together a little bit, you know, I liked it. And it was spotless. They were there's someone in the bathrooms all the time. As soon as somebody's out, they're cleaning. Like, it's wild. It's just so wild. And again, I haven't flown in a couple months, but the last time I did, it was phenomenal.
We have a question for you, Jen. Can I jump in with this question? So Jen and I were talking, and it's socializing obviously is one particular activity that some of us do or some of us do not do. We all have to be on video calls every single day, 1 to 5 to 10 of them. And
yes.
I thought that there's an etiquette question that we wanted to pose of you, and that is, let's say you're on a video call and you might not even necessarily know this person. They might work for your firm, or they might be a group of women that you're working with, and you see them and they're speaking, and you see that they either have lipstick all over their teeth, or they got spinach in their teeth, or they got like mascara falling down on the pipe, you know, things that you're like, what? For him, what do you do?
I probably wouldn't say anything. I feel like, I mean, are people like close? Like, I'm not that close for that purpose. So you can't see anything on me. But how do you stop the conversation to be like?
I think you DM on private on Zoom and say, listen, I think you might have something in your teeth, sir, or miss.
I think that's a great idea. My setup, where I'm set up, if I'm typing on my computer, this is what it looks like. So I try not to touch it.
Right. Or like, think about it this way. So I did not watch, I did, because I did watch the first press briefing from my Jen with one N counterpart. But she apparently had like mascara running down her face. I thought I had pretty good vision with my glasses, but I guess I didn't. Pamela and our dear friend Liz was commenting on the fact that she had like this mascara running down her face. Did someone not tell her before she went on camera for her first press briefing that she had mascara running down her face? I mean, come on. I just feel like that's something you should tell I'm not going to say the B word, because like, I would be like, tell a bitch, but it's like them. But I just feel like you should tell your friend, like, you know, or just be like, it's an appropriate, ethical thing to do.
Especially because
normally in person, I do. Yeah. I do, and I have a way to do it. I say, Pamela, do I have anything in my teeth? And I show. Pamela's like, no. Do I? And then I'll be like, yeah. You know. So that's how I do it. There's only been 2 people that have not asked the question. And then the second time, I was like, you got something in your teeth. Like, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I was just thinking of this, like, in this new video conferencing Zoom world where it is you're just looking at people's faces very much close up, and all of a sudden you're just like, oh, that guy or that woman has something but I don't really know them that well, and they're about to talk, and or they've got something going on, and especially because they're like seminars and so forth. I mean, I was on a FaceTime with my brother the other day, and he said, hey, do you need some chapstick or something? Because your lips are really chapped and they're disgusting.
Was that Andrew or Matt?
I mean, I think that was Matt.
Which
Matt.
brother?
He was my older brother.
Interesting. I thought that was even Andrew. Okay.
Yeah, that's something, but it would kind of come out of Andrew's mouth too. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't know him that well, it's hard. It would just be so hard.
I mean,
and I'm with you. I'm like, is my vision? Am I seeing that? I mean, half the time, I don't know. That's
And you
kind of
also don't want them to go like, I hate you, but also they might be like, thank you.
what I like about
in a way, there might be like, I don't like you because you noticed, but I don't know.
Also, here's the thing. On one, sorry to interrupt. On one podcast interview that I had, I thought the whole time I had something in my teeth. And I was freaking out and I kept on talking weird the whole time, like doing this. And the one thing that I wish I did, I mean, what I wanted to do was just put my face really close to the camera so I could use it as a mirror to check if I had anything in my teeth, but then that would have been even worse. So it was very awkward. So I mean, at one point I just should have been just asked like the guests, like, yo, do I have something in my teeth before we start? But I don't know. I think at this point, vulnerability is just like, why not? Right? Like, why not?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even that close. I feel like the people that I work with are not that close. I mean, Pamela knows one of the people that I work with. He's an older gentleman. I mean, he's like Wilson. You can't even see this part of his face because of the way that he does his phone video. And I'm like, just let him go. Just let him go.
I know. Well, before we get into our flourishing 5, which is my absolute favorite.
I was about to say, I was like, I don't know. I was like thinking where the bell's at, Pamela.
Well, we're gonna do a funeral, memorial, whatever for this little guy because he never showed up. Listen, when I want my people and my employees to perform, this little guy never showed up.
Weak.
He was weak. He was an underperformer. He embarrassed me. He made me a laughing stock of bare naked women. He could have been a meme. I don't even know. But you know what?
A meme.
I am not one that will allow this. I allowed this to go on for too long. So this little guy, he didn't even get a name because it was just such an underperformer, is going to go into the trash. And I did get a new bell for our next time. So 2 weeks from now, we'll have a new bell. And it is very much like the bell that is not like this, which is like a bell when you go to a hotel, like ding, ding, ding. This bell, bye-bye. This new bell will be very much like the Carol and Mike Brady. Oh, honey, ding, ling, 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 ling.
Oh,
I need you.
Did you get that type of bell? Like that, like because
I ordered it already.
I know, but it's like, is it that type of bell where it's like this, not like that?
Yeah,
that's
what she said.
Thank God.
That's what I said. I said it's.
I know. I know. I'm just very happy.
Well, anyway, we're no longer. So the only thing I'm going to be able to do right now is use with kind of like at a wedding.
That sounds amazing.
Yes, it is time for our flourishing 5. The flourishing 5, my favorite time. The flourishing. Come on, Chaise. Flourishing 5. The flourishing 5. The flourishing. All right, everybody.
Watch me get stuck. My video, and I'll be like.
But you will look good. You will look amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
So the flourishing 5, in case you are not familiar, is the list of 5 products or practices or concepts that our guests have incorporated it into their lives to help them, again, flourish and thrive. Oh my gosh, flourish and thrive during this new normal and to feel beautiful from the inside out. And Jen does 1, I do 1, and our guest does 5. And then we go on and we do 1 of our recommended routines. But because you are our guest, Chaise, we're going to let you go first with your first of the flourishing 5 in your list.
Oh, well, okay. So number 1, ta-da! This is CBD oil.
Oh. Yes.
For sleep. And I never was a big fan until I did some research and learned about it. My friend Katie from Denver works for a company. That's who I got this through. And I am asleep within 15 minutes of hitting the pillow. Like, it's insane. It's the best. So I don't know if anybody has ever done this before, but basically it's like the tincture, and you put a little bit under your tongue.
Okay.
And you hold it under your tongue for about 30 seconds. I do a milliliter, so I do 2 halves of that little thing, and that's it. It tastes like cinnamon, so it's not too bad. And it's on auto ship, so I get it. I make sure I have enough all the time. So it's awesome. And this particular CBD oil is like very high quality. I learned that from her, Katie, that you have to have a certain high quality type of CBD oil because they're not all created equal, things like that. So it's one of my favorites for sure. And I use it almost every night.
I love it. I have a question.
Yes.
My echo. So with that, do you have to like, if you, for example, if you had a glass or wine or 2, and then you have the CBD oil, how is your wake up with or without, like if you were eating, like whatever that like sleep may be, like do you are you groggy in the morning? Because I know if I ever did melatonin or like a sleepy time tea, I would always feel groggy. So how is the wake up?
Interesting. I've never thought about that. It's always been the same. I mean, I tend to wake up before my alarm anyways, which annoys me because I'm like, my alarm is set for like the last possible minute of sleep. So I feel like it's fine. I feel like I can just get up and go. With that, to me, it works very quickly. Like you'll see sleep results pretty quickly, like, noticeably falling asleep faster. So, but I don't know about the wake up.
Do you stay asleep, right? Because I typically wake up at least 1 or 2 times during the night.
I think that depends on if you have to go to the restroom or not. If I have to go to the restroom, but if I don't, I can sleep 8 hours and 30 minutes straight and be fine. So it just depends on when I go to sleep and when I take it. So, but it's good. I really like it. Mm-hmm. And I'll link her page in the comments just so that everyone can have it. And she's great with like answering. She probably could answer those questions a lot better than I can. She knows a lot more than I do. I'm just the one that uses it.
Totally. I'm just curious. I know it's sleep supplements. It's kind of hard. Like because I've done, the sleepy time, I do the sleep meditation, but even sleep meditation's a wash sometimes. And then, it really depends. I was just curious. So I would love to talk to, because everyone has a different biological makeup when it comes to supplements. So I'd love to, we'll offline that, but.
Yes. So that's my first one.
Yay.
Pamela,
right.
You want to give yours for today?
Yes. Okay. So, I'm such a fan of the mask that you just place on your face, like the sheet masks, if you will. I'm obsessed with them. I have probably 50 in my drawer right now because why not? I could use one every single day. So the latest of my collection is by Facetory, Facetory, kind of fun, like type of play on words. Partially what I love about them is their packaging is so funny. I did a gold one today that was literally a gold mask.
It was so fun. I saw it.
It would scare anybody because it was literally a gold mask on my face, but they're just fun, and it's like, but they have great. They'll tell you what like the hydrating agent is, and all the reason why there's certain things that are in these particular masks, and it makes it a little less like this is medicine for my face and more of, what kind of fun little thing is going to happen to my face today? Well, I look like, yeah, I like that. I Facetory. Oh, and in fact, look at this. How fun is this? Let's talk.
Is that a specific brand though, Pamela? Like, is it just one specific brand that you like?
It's Facetory.
Facetory.
Yeah, it's Facetory. And you can look at Facetory. And I got these off of Amazon, but you can go on there and they have all the different kinds, and they're not expensive. But I think it kind of puts a little fun. They obviously are effective. Look at me.
Perfect. Perfect.
So that's my one. Jen?
So, I actually just ordered this. It came today from Amazon, and you can actually. So, Pamela specifically, I didn't even show you my nails last night, even though we were like potentially FaceTiming or talking on the phone because I painted my nails yesterday. But so this is Essie, and I think that we all can say like I have done the manicure pedicure thing, but it's kind of wigging me out at the moms. So, mom means moment. And so right now, I just decided to splurge on some Essie. And look at that sparkle.
Ooh.
Hello, sparkle, sparkle. So I ordered this Essie really fun nail color to kind of also, hey, Pamela, you want to show your one fun nail?
Yeah.
Inspired. So
Okay.
we both have some fun sparkles, but this is my pick of the week. It's Essie, and the name is, it's Starry, Starry Night.
Ooh.
It's a fun one. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's fun. I like the sparkle. Also, it's like, why not? I don't even care how my nails look at this point. I mean, frankly, it's just for me to look at because in the Zoom, like you can just barely see like anything. So it's for me. So that's my flourishing one.
Beautiful.
I love it.
I got to tell you, I would love to grow up one day and be one of the people that gets to name nail polishes. How fun would that be?
Oh, wait. I also have a question. Can I also just endorse Goldfish real quick? Because Goldfish is another thing that I've been meaning to endorse on Flourishing 5. It's just the best snack. And I think you should always have some Goldfish by your side.
True. Based on
Are they sending you Goldfish? Are they sending you Goldfish? Are we getting paid for this?
Pamela, this is how it starts, okay?
I don't know what my Goldfish is. Well, whatever. Anyway. Okay.
Number 2.
Okay. So, number 2. I don't know if you've tried these. The Tazo Dessert Delights. Have you guys ever tried these before?
Shut the front door.
They are God's gift. I'm telling you. So this one has caffeine. This one doesn't. This one's herbal. And the herbal is actually my favorite. It's glazed lemon loaf. And if you are trying to wean off desserts or just trying to make healthier choices, like it's phenomenal. It tastes just like lemon loaf. And it's basically vanilla and lemon, and it is so good. And it's just, you put it into the hot water, the tea bag, and you're like, oh my gosh, it smells just like it. You taste it. It's like a velvety taste. It tastes just like it. It's insane. So highly recommend. Target.com is where I like to find those. Go get you some.
Wait, I love that. I feel like that's like that like buttery taste you need before you go to sleep. Match that with CBD oil and you're out for the count.
You're out, girl. You are out. Exactly. So I like those too, like in the middle of the day, and I'm like snacky, but I don't really need to eat anything. They always say to drink tea. Why not drink a tea that tastes like dessert?
True.
Yeah. Yes. Fraser. I love it. I love it. Okay, so you ready for my third one? All right. Nerd alert time. This is super nerdy, but with the tea that I just talked about, the G type drinks we're drinking with the baking we're doing. This is prescription. If you can see it, probably need to pull back a little bit. Prescription strength fluoride toothpaste from my dentist.
I have that too.
Do you? And I love it because like I'm a big teeth person anyways, and I just use it at night. And I absolutely love it. It's made my teeth, my enamel so much stronger. I'm a big acidic person. So like I love all the vinegars, white wine vinegar, balsamic vinegar, apple cider vinegar. I love citrus. I love lemons. And, you know, obviously I was just talking about the lemon loaf. Like I could eat all of that if it was in front of me. So in order to do all of that, to indulge like my disciplined diva self, must take care of my teeth. So
I have a different brand, but I have a prescription toothpaste.
Very nice. Yeah, it's a big thing. My teeth have been so much better. Less money spent at the dentist.
It?
I've probably been using it for maybe like a year, maybe a little bit longer. And anytime I go in, the dental hygienist at my dentist, name's Mariah. Her and I are BFFs. Of course, when I'm there, I tell her everything. She always asks me if I'm out. And literally, if you use it the way you're supposed to use it, it will last you almost the full time until the next 6-month checkup. So it could last you a really long time if you're just using it at night.
So wait, can I say something, Chaise? I actually use it right now during the day too, like in the morning. Do you think, I mean, just like a little like asking for a friend, do you think that's a bad thing that I use it morning and night?
I don't think it's bad, but I think it can last a lot longer. I like I told you, I'm a big teeth person. So I like to use the fluoride at night. I like to use whitening during the day. Like
that's why I ran out of my Sensodyne, so that's why we're doing this right now. Just curious. Okay. That was a side note. That was personal. 4.
I love it. Yes. 4 is more of a brand endorsement. So these 2 products that I have, Vegamore is the brand. It was an Instagram purchase, and the first one is the hair growth serum. My hair, I mean, Pamela, I don't know if you remember at your birthday party, your last birthday party, my hair, picture of here.
It was.
And I started using this, and within 3 months, my hair was longer and also thicker because I was losing a lot of hair from stress. So it was helping to help maintain the fullness of my hair. And I love it. And so I just use, again, it's like the tincture, and I just do a little bit just all around, and I'm good to go. And you're supposed to do it like once a day.
Put it on your scalp.
And you rub it in. Yep, you rub it in, you're good. This is my hand sanitizer. What I love about this that makes it different is it smells like lavender, which is like, again, my favorite sense right now is smell, right? But it doesn't dry out your hands. It has the alcohol to sanitize, but it also has aloe vera and marula oil in it. So anytime I'm driving, I'll be like, man, my hands are so dry. I'll literally at a stoplight put on my hand sanitizer because it moisturizes my hands. It's wild. So
how did you find out about this particular brand?
Instagram purchase.
It works. Instagram works.
Yeah. And I thought about giving the little tiny bottles as like part of like a Christmas gift, like wrapped in the bow for gifts. And I just kept them all because I love it. And I'm like hoarding. Like I'm scared I'm going to run out. So
self-indulgence. I'm here for it.
I know.
It's part of self-care.
Yes. And then my last one. Have you guys ever heard of the Hypervolt Massage Gun at all?
Oh gosh, of course. It's such a 2020 trend. I love it.
No.
It works. So I just put it right here, like on my traps, and it's so great. I use it all the time.
Okay, I have a question. Is it too heavy? Is it too much?
No. You can do it accordingly if you want it to be less or more or what have you. But with working out as much as I have been doing and being older, I tend to get sore muscle. Can't be out getting a massage once a month like I used to do. So I've been self-medicating.
Paragutting.
And it's mainly all the stress. I'm sure you do too, like hold a lot of stress in your shoulders and in your neck. And it's just so great to I literally used it today, like midday lunch. I'm like, all right, good to go.
Where do you get the gun?
The brand is called Hypervolt. So, and again, it showed up in my Instagram ads, and so I had to buy it. And those are my 5. That's what I got. That's what's been getting me through.
Those are amazing, and I love the whole diversity of the 5. And my problem is whenever our beautiful, incredible guests come on with their insights, I immediately, especially when they send the links, I'm like, I've got to buy. I'll tell you what, if I only had to buy one from what you just told us, I'd have to buy 5. But if I only had to buy one, it would be the thing because I'm constantly rubbing here. It's just like this whole thing right here. So I'm thinking that might be, if I'm going to confine myself to do one out of the 5, I've got problems. I got to confine myself to one, maybe 2. I might
that's like the most expensive one, FYI, but it's also, I don't have one, but that's like been an investment that I've been wanting to do because no one can really touch your shoulders the way that you want them to, you know? I mean, I don't think Baby Fraser knows how to massage you like
I've tried
like
to make
Paragon knows,
Baby
you know?
Fraser, just rub your paw like this.
Yeah.
Rub it like this. It doesn't work.
But no, oh God, I think I'm gonna do. I might do it. I might make the plunge. I might make the plunge. Honestly,
so I'll find it. There was a link that has like a knockoff, and it just doesn't say Hypervolt, but it's the exact same thing, and it was like $100 cheaper. I'll have to look. I'll put both.
I don't know if I trust that technology though. On like, I don't want to, you know, freak with my. I might just probably do the Hypervolt. So just send me the link to Hypervolt. That's what we. Yeah.
I love it. I'll take
it. Like
goes
crazy and it like takes out your back, and it's like, no, thank you. Like China gets involved, and it's like, nah. It's like,
yeah, and I just feel like with like, you know, everybody's saying work from home, you can stand up more, you can do this, you can, but I mean, you feel it. It's like,
here. Yeah, I feel it
so much more intense too, and you're just like working as hard as you can, and oh yeah, so that's definitely mine. And I would say out of all of those, probably the Vegamore is probably the best for you, all natural, vegan, blah blah blah. Everything else, I don't know.
Yeah, I had to. In fact, I even had to get a new chair, which is I put together myself, and all threw my back out. Ironically, as I put the chair together, and that was a whole other thing, and it had to.
That was a night.
That was quite the night. But okay, so as we're getting close to the end of our hour together, the last thing that we want to talk about, that we want to hear from you and also from my co-host Jen, is what is your recommended routine or regimen that you can share with us?
Yeah, so I keep it simple. In the mornings, I do a 5-minute journal. I think, Pamela, we've talked about this before. I love it. It's a quick way to just kind of get your mind in the right place. 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things that would make today great, and your daily affirmation. I am blank. And at night, you do 3 things that were amazing that happened that day and how you could have made today even better. And it's super easy. It really does take less than 5 minutes. So doing that in the morning and in the evening before I go to bed has really changed my mindset on a lot of things and helped me become a little bit softer on myself and others, which is always important. I would say that obviously any type of physical fitness that you can get in, if it's walks, if it's going to bash boxing, if it's bash boxing at home, because they offer at-home classes. I lost 8 pounds in COVID doing the at-home classes. So in the 3 months. So I highly recommend those. The shadow boxing is amazing. So something like that, obviously taking your vitamins. I take my vitamins at night. And I think that's really it for me. Oh, and I do a Deepak Chopra meditation at night when I go to bed. And that's how I know I fall asleep within 15 minutes because I'm already asleep because I'm that relaxed.
So Deepak Chopra, sorry if I butchered, and CBD oil. Ooh, girl, you are, I mean, that is like a sleepy night situation. Go. Yeah. I like it.
See you later.
Good for you. And
see you later.
Night, not during the morning. And I take mine during the morning.
You take what during the morning?
My
vitamins
in the morning.
Yeah, I just forget. And I also do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat till like noon. And so I don't want to necessarily take vitamins on a
You can't do that.
Empty stomach.
Because the whole IF thing, IMF, IMF thing, I would not be able to do, because I have to take other medication in the morning. So like I cannot do that, or I would like pass out. But that makes sense if you're going to do the IMF routine. So wait, Pamela.
It's IF because intermittent is one word. So it's IF.
Yeah. But like in my mind, like it makes more sense IMF, but like, yeah, IF.
So, my dad, who is a Presbyterian minister, retired, has said there's nothing worse than a convert. And I have become that person probably within the next probably soon 48 hours. I have the Peloton app, and I have not worked out for, over a year in essence. And I don't mean walking. I mean, walking is one thing. Like I have not worked out. So I have the Peloton app. I was exploring it last night. I was exploring it today. I did my first 20-minute yoga thing. I even got my yoga blocks ordered. I obviously have my mat. I always have my blanket. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be the obnoxious. Oh my God. Peloton.
Oh God, what did I unlock here? What did I unlock?
The Kraken has been released. I will be like, I will try to zip it as much as possible, but anybody who knows me, their text messages will be blowing up like, hey, do you want to do this class? What do you think about this instructor? I like to do this. Or I will be that person because I have the 8 pounds that you lost. You flipped over to Roslyn, plus anybody else in the area has dumped it right here. And I say, I don't want that anymore. I said, bye-bye, 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 go away. I need it off of my body. So I am choosing for my own mental health and my physical wellness to physically get that off of my body and still be able to eat pretty much as much.
And who's doing an 8 a.m. yoga class with me tomorrow? That girl. That fitness.
Like, young a.m. And I said,
I punted up to 8 a.m. But no, very good. I'm very excited to get those text messages. But by the way, I have to tell my routine for a sec because I don't know if I've said this one. Probably I have, but I don't think so. Co-star.
Yes, you have.
Damn it. I love what Pamela always puts on me. Like, and Jen, you're up for another routine. Like every single time she wants to challenge me because like I run out of things to do. You know what? I'm going to take the accountability partner for Pamela to do the Peloton app. So I actually am going to ride off of her answer.
Yeah.
And count it as mine.
Well, I'm telling you, once you start getting into the harder Peloton workouts, you're going to need that Hypervolt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, exactly, Pamela.
No, I'm sticking kind of basic. So one of the things that I was telling Jen about that I appreciated about my kind of slow well, first of all, I accidentally I was like, oh, I'm going to do this live thing. It says rock yoga. And there was like rock music. I'm like, oh, I don't like rock music. And then I like slid out of it because I was like, oh my gosh, this is scary. What can they see me? I don't no, I'm just joking. But that's the beauty of knowing, that's the beauty of this thing that you can test out all of these instructors and they choose your music and blah, blah, blah. So I said, it's been a long time. I'm going to kind of slowly work my way back into this. And what I appreciated about this one particular instructor was, as basic as it wasn't for 20 minutes, he brought back to the basics and principles of yoga and the positions and how you can actually sweat during mountain pose and how if you really do the positions in the way that you should, you can do 5 positions and really strengthen your body and strengthen your mind and bring yourself to resiliency. And that 20 minutes I was like, that was the most valuable 20 minutes I've had all week. Amazingly. I couldn't believe that I got this off of an app, or that was I put it on my Roku and that took like that's a whole other thing. But I was so appreciative and I feel like it's going to be a whole new me. Hopefully.
A whole new world. Remember when I used to play music during these shows, and then Pamela said you can't do that because that's a legal issue? Because I would have a lot of songs that were going to what Pamela would be saying right now.
I love it.
You were amazing. And you're gorgeous. You're beautiful. You are beautiful from the inside out.
And out.
Thanks, guys.
What parting words would you like to leave us with, if you have them?
Parting words. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. We got to stay tough, ladies. Tough for each other and tough for ourselves, right? So do what you got to do to stay strong. And, you know, everyone is different, obviously, right? Like for me, it's going to work out. For Pamela, it's, you know, talking about Peloton yoga.
I'm a dog.
Yes. And for Jen, it's doing the Peloton. So no, but I love this show. This was so much fun. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I loved it. I'm glad I got to share a few things that I love and that I can't really live without right now. And I will link everything. Pamela, I'll send you all of that stuff. But it's been real, and it really brightened my day. I needed this. I needed a little, you know, spiritual and, you know, TLC, spiritual mental TLC. So
I love it. Well, cheers.
Yes.
Cheers. And everybody, thank you for joining us. We apologize for any of the technical difficulties. Again, Verizon Fios had a fiber cut up in Brooklyn, from our understanding. If you look on the Twitter, and so any of this is certainly not our fault at all. So we 2 weeks
following.
And please go to our Facebook page, because we'll have all of the links to the products, and you can look at all of the other videos from our past guests. And we appreciate you. And as always, we love to say real talk, real beauty, and continue to flourish and thrive.
Also, wait, real quick. Good news, everyone. We're going to be on YouTube at the end of this week. So we'll share the links to that as well. Bang, bang. Have a good one, everyone.